What if we told you that the way we learn and evolve is not entirely down to our genes? What if there's a hidden network connecting all living things, a shared memory bank that shapes who we are? This is the radical idea behind morphic resonance, a theory challenging traditional biology. It suggests that we are more interconnected than we ever imagined. Imagine a world where learning a new skill makes it easier for others to learn it too. A world where animals instinctively know things they've never been taught. Morphic resonance proposes that this is not just imagination but a real phenomenon. It suggests that nature has a memory that influences everything from how birds build nests to how humans form societies. This memory, according to the theory, is stored in morphic fields. These fields are invisible but constantly interact with living organisms, influencing their form and behavior. Think of them like invisible blueprints, guiding the development and actions of every creature on Earth. Morphic resonance challenges our understanding of inheritance. It suggests that we inherit more than just genes from our ancestors. We inherit their experiences, their memories, their very essence. It proposes a world where the past is always present, shaping the present and the future. One of the most intriguing aspects of morphic resonance is the idea of collective memory. This concept suggests that each species has a shared pool of memories and experiences, passed down through generations. These memories are not stored in our brains but in the morphic field, accessible to all members of the species. Think about how birds know how to migrate thousands of miles, how fish swim in perfect synchronization, or how ants build complex colonies. These behaviors, often attributed to instinct, could be examples of collective memory in action. The information is not hardwired into their genes but accessed from the collective memory of their species. Collective memory could also explain why certain behaviors, once learned by a few individuals, suddenly become widespread. For example, in the 1950s, scientists observed blue tits in Britain learning to peck open milk bottles left on doorsteps. This behavior spread rapidly across the country, even to areas where blue tits had never encountered milk bottles before. Morphic resonance suggests that the initial learners imprinted this new skill onto the blue tit morphic field, making it easier for other blue tits to learn the same behavior. The collective memory of the species had been updated. This idea might seem unbelievable at first. However, it offers a fascinating explanation for the rapid spread of learned behaviors and the seemingly instinctual knowledge observed in nature. For morphic resonance to work, there must be a way for information to be shared and transmitted between organisms. While we don't yet fully understand how this happens, cell communication could hold the key. Cells are the building blocks of all living things, and they constantly communicate. They send and receive signals, coordinating their activities to keep the organism functioning. We know about chemical signals and electrical impulses, but what if there are other, more subtle forms of communication at play? Some scientists believe that quantum entanglement, a strange phenomenon linking particles across vast distances, could play a role in cell communication. If cells can communicate instantaneously across space, it could explain how morphic fields transmit information so rapidly and efficiently. Imagine a school of fish, changing direction in unison, as if responding to a single mind, or a colony of ants working together with incredible coordination. Could this be evidence of a more profound, more interconnected form of communication than we currently understand? The way cells communicate within and between organisms is complex and still not fully understood. Exploring these mysteries could unlock the secrets of morphic resonance and revolutionize our understanding of life itself. Quantum entanglement is one of the most bizarre concepts in physics. It describes a state where two particles become linked, even when separated by vast distances. When you measure one particle, you instantly know the state of the other. This spooky action at a distance puzzled Einstein. What if this phenomenon plays a crucial role in biology? Imagine cells entangled, forming a vast network. Information shared instantaneously, bypassing traditional pathways. This could explain organism coherence and function. Quantum entanglement might be key to morphic fields. As we delve deeper, we may uncover life's secrets. Section 5. Evidence and Intrigue. While morphic resonance is a captivating theory, it's important to acknowledge that it's not without its critics. Skeptics argue that there's not enough scientific evidence to support the theory, and many of the phenomena attributed to morphic resonance can be explained by more conventional means. However, Some intriguing research suggests that there might be something to this radical idea. One study found that rats learning a new maze task in one location seemed to make it easier for rats in other locations to learn the same task. This effect was observed even when the rats were kept in isolation, suggesting that the information was not being transmitted through conventional means. Another study found that crystals of a new chemical compound tended to crystallize more easily in labs around the world after the first crystals had been formed. This suggests that the initial crystallization event might have influenced the subsequent crystallization events, even at a distance. While these studies are far from conclusive, they provide tantalizing hints that morphic resonance could be a real phenomenon. More research is needed to explore these intriguing findings and determine the validity of this controversial theory. Section 6. Challenging Darwin, a new view of evolution. Morphic resonance challenges traditional Darwinian evolution. Darwin's theory suggests random genetic mutations drive diversity. Beneficial mutations are passed on, leading to gradual evolution. Morphic resonance offers a different perspective. It suggests evolution is influenced by the collective memory of species. Organisms actively participate in evolution, drawing on ancestral experiences. This could accelerate adaptation to changing environments. Morphic resonance doesn't invalidate Darwinian evolution but adds to it. It proposes a more interconnected view of evolution. Section 7. Understanding morphic resonance. Simple examples. The concept of morphic resonance can be challenging to grasp, especially since it deals with invisible fields and unconventional forms of information transfer. However, we can use simple examples to illustrate how it might work in our everyday lives. Think about how trends spread through society. A new fashion style, a catchy song, or a viral video can quickly capture the attention of millions, spreading like wildfire through a population. Could this be an example of morphic resonance in action? Perhaps the initial exposure to the trend creates a morphic field for that trend, making it more likely that others will adopt it. As more people are exposed, the field strengthens, making the trend even more contagious. Another example is the feeling of being watched. Many people have had the experience of feeling someone's gaze on them, even when they're not looking. Could this be a subtle manifestation of morphic resonance? Perhaps our thoughts and intentions create morphic fields that can be detected by others, even at a distance. This could explain why we sometimes feel inexplicably connected to others, and why our thoughts and emotions seem to resonate with those around us. These examples are, of course, speculative. However, they illustrate how morphic resonance could operate in our daily lives, influencing our thoughts, behaviors, and interactions with the world around us. Section 8. Controversy and open questions. Despite its intriguing implications, morphic resonance remains a controversial theory. It challenges many established scientific paradigms, and lacks the kind of irrefutable evidence that would convince skeptics. Critics argue that the theory is too vague, too difficult to test, and relies on anecdotal evidence rather than rigorous scientific data. One of the main criticisms is that there's no known mechanism for how morphic fields might work. While some propose that quantum entanglement could be involved, this remains highly speculative. Others argue that conventional explanations, such as genetic predisposition or environmental factors, can account for the phenomena attributed to morphic resonance. Another challenge is the difficulty of designing experiments to test the theory rigorously. Morphic fields are, by definition, invisible and difficult to measure, making it challenging to isolate their effects and rule out other explanations. Despite the controversy, many scientists and thinkers find the theory compelling and deserving of further exploration. They argue that the potential implications of morphic resonance are too significant to ignore, and that even if the theory proves to be partially correct, it could revolutionize our understanding of biology, evolution, and consciousness. Section 9, A Universe of Connections, The Future of Morphic Resonance. Morphic resonance has sparked a fascinating conversation about life, consciousness, and interconnectedness. It encourages us to question our assumptions and consider forces we are only beginning to understand. The future lies in continued research and exploration. Scientists are developing new technologies to detect and measure morphic fields. As our understanding deepens, we may uncover the mechanisms behind this theory. Morphic resonance offers a vision of a connected universe, where the past influences the present and our actions have far-reaching consequences. It encourages us to approach the natural world with wonder. Perhaps we will find that we are all connected, sharing a collective destiny on this remarkable planet.